Kako, a Komomite Curtain Call, a weekly program of reviews, previews, interviews, and features of and or with the great art and artists on Maui and beyond. I'm Paul James Brown. The new show at the Schaefer International Gallery is Focus, an exhibition of a collective of 7 Japanese photographers named, interestingly, Photography ? End ? These 7 artists push the limits of photography. The viewer will see both digital and analog works, color and black and white, months-long exposures, photos where the camera was placed and the photographer didn't look through the viewfinder, images covering an entire wall, and tiny snapshots. What all this work has in common is results that challenge the viewer's preconceived notions of photography and image making. The State Foundation on Culture and the Arts has recommended for purchase 2 inkjet prints by Ken Kitano, Gathering Light, Kiyosato, Hokuto City, Yamanashi, from Winter Solstice 2016 to Summer Solstice 2017, and Gathering Light Fields, Okijima, Ogi Town, Takamatsu City, Kagawa, from Winter Solstice 2017 to Summer Solstice 2018. That's right, these are 6-month-long exposures. The slashes of light is the sun captured during those exposures. 2 more of his works greet the viewer upon entering the gallery. This is Gathering Light, Shodoshima, Tonosha Town, Kagawa, from Winter Solstice 2017 to Summer Solstice 2018, and this is Gathering Light, Nakano-ku, Tokyo, from Winter Solstice 2016 to Summer Solstice 2017. Can you imagine how long it took for him to find the right exposure and timing? These are not only monumentally difficult works, but they are images never, to my knowledge, seen before Mr. Kitano created them. This one of 2 men lying in a rowboat at cherry blossom time, Showa 88, number 39, an archival pigment print by Kazuyoshi Usui, also was recommended for purchase by the State Foundation on Culture and the Arts Acquisition Committee. Mr. Usui's Showa Way of Life series is his exploration of the red light district in Osaka and the freak shows there. He said the Showa series was a documentary, but included some scenes that used fill-ins and players. I suspect this number 39 is one of them. He asks the viewer to look at life as, quote, pairs of dichotomies, documentary and fantasy, indecency and sublime, terror and comedy, Eastern beauty and Western beauty, life and death, unquote, and shows the viewer the sacred and the profane. The work that will resonate the most with Maui people is that of former Lahaina resident, now Parisian, Miki Nitadori. Her mixed media installation Odyssey Reflect occupies an entire corner of the gallery. It is a large life-size photo of a funeral at the Lahaina Hongwanji from the late 50s. This young man is attorney Glenn Kosaka. Also, this vet looks very familiar. If anyone knows who this is, leave a message at Curtain Call Maui on YouTube or Facebook. Flanking the image is a multiple layered view taken by Ms. Nitadori of Lanai from the shore of the Lahaina Jodo mission, which was destroyed in the August fires. I happened to be in the gallery when Ms. Nitadori was there, and she told me the story that the group photo was part of the ceremony. There was always a photographer set up ready to take the de rigueur group photo. She told me this photo and a suitcase full of others were in the possession of a Thomas Hardy, who once lived on Lahaina Luna Road and rescued them from a neighboring house being torn down. He relocated to Paris, where a chance meeting brought them into her possession. Another part of this is the table setting in the Royal Dalton China with photos from the suitcase printed on them. This is extremely difficult because of the concave nature of the plate. The Palaka tablecloth is a marvelous addition to this powerful work. Of course, every get-together on Maui has grinds, so the table setting isn't out of place. The installation also has a soundscape with recorded air, water, and original music with the able assistance of Andrew Matthews. It was very difficult to hear, especially when there was conversation in the gallery. I hope they increase the volume so the viewer can experience the work as it was intended. One wall opposite Miss Nitadori's is covered by, quote, architectural bodies and events Guinevere, a charcoal crayon gelatin silver print collage on canvas by Yuki Onodera. Ms. Onodera used images from buildings that are still here and those that no longer exist and created fantasy architecture. Here is a photo of this work in progress from 2018. I counted 18 pieces in the puzzle, and the lady in the snowstorm and what appears to be prisoners in a cathedral add to the mystery and interest of this work. It is mind-boggling contemplating the process, and the results are astonishing. Yuji Hamada spent a 2-week residence here. He was struck by the seascape and proceeded to shoot it from various areas on the island. Each day, he would dunk the film in seawater mixed with the foods and beverages of the day. Then he would dry it in the sun. The result is on a video that lasts a little less than 17 minutes of 85 images he captured. Here are a few of them. Outside the video are 5 images from his mineral series. These are small gelatin silver prints. This is where he documents the rock formations of the places he visits. Risako Suzuki has been fascinated by snow since 2004, and he has been photographing Mount Takachi Dake in central Hokkaido and creating analog chromogenic prints. These are white 24, H2, H3, H4, and H5. These are color photos, emphasizing the white in them. Once Mr. Suzuki sees what he wants with his eyes, he places the camera and hardly moves it. He seldom uses the viewfinder. He focuses the camera on what he saw, not as seen through the camera. Finally, we come to the works of Naruki Oshima. He uses a macro lens to transform everyday objects into fantasyscapes. He works in both black and white and in color. These are digital images. Mr. Oshima takes hundreds of images and then digitally stitches them together. This series is the neutral still life on a table. This is orange field 01, 02, and 03 with a blue vase and 7 squares. 02, something in front of a purple vase, something like a mountain, something round between this side and that side, 02, something architectural with a blue and black surface, with black surface in front of balls, with red string and squares, the neutral still life on a table 02, and finally with objects covered by layers of light. Gallery director Jonathan Y. Clark and exhibits coordinator Peter Holland have followed up a world-class exhibit, the Max Ernst Show, with another one. This show will cause the viewer to see photography in another light. No pun intended. The activations that were so effective for the Max Ernst exhibit will take place again in the gallery and the Yokauchi Pavilion and Courtyard with movement and music from 5 to 9 p.m. on August 1st. This is a free event, but reservations are required for entry. They're not yet available, but keep your eyes open and go to mauiarts.org to make reservations. Stay on it, because it was filled to capacity last time, and given the reception then, I am certain it will be filled to capacity again. Focus is open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesday to Saturday until August 7th, also before select Castle Theater shows. Admission is free, but donations are gratefully accepted and encouraged. Well, that's Curtain Call for this week. Mahalo for tuning in. I'm Paul James Brown. Maui strong. Ahui ho.